And we are back here on the GSMC Sports Podcast. And for the third part of the show, we are now going to talk about opening day yesterday in Major League Baseball. Pretty much every team played yesterday. I think the only team that didn't play the only two teams that didn't play were the Rays and the Rockies. But everybody else was playing. I did watch the Yankee game, of course, but we'll get to them. But we won't start out with them. We'll give respect to some of the other teams. Let's talk about the Orioles Blue Jays game for a second. So, Tyler O'Neill, who they have brought in, a new acquisition this offseason, he homered in his sixth consecutive opening day. I was unaware of that. That is quite a stat. It was a 3-run homer. Last year, he actually hit 31 home runs. He was productive last year with the Red Sox. Yeah, he only played in 113 games. Imagine if he played a full season, how many home runs he could have hit. Definitely maybe in the 40s. But it was a good day for the Orioles yesterday. Adley Rutschman hit a couple of home runs. Gunnar Henderson obviously is going to miss some time. But the Orioles put up a 12 spot on the Blue Jays. It was a rough day for Jose Barrios. He pitched 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and gave up 3 home runs in the game. Andres Jimenez was their only source of offense. He was acquired from the Guardians. He had a 2-run homer. But the Orioles were all over the Blue Jays. They ended up winning that game 12-2. And then the Red Sox, they ended up winning 5-2. Garrett Crochet made his debut as a Red Sox, and he pitched 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. So, he was okay. Red Sox bullpen locked it down. Rafael Devers, 3 strikeouts. Actually, Red Sox struck out 13 times yesterday. Devers had 3 strikeouts. Bregman in his debut went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Their main source of offense. So, you had Wilner Abreu had a couple of home runs. He had a solo home run, and then he had a 3-run homer. So that made the difference in the game. So the Red Sox pick up a win there. The Phillies win in extra innings. They win 7-3. They put up a 4 spot in the 10th inning. Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals. 13 strikeouts yesterday. Pitched very well. 6 innings, 1 hit. No runs. But the Phillies, they end up winning in extra innings. The Guardians also won in extra innings. They put up a 3 spot in the 10th inning. They pick up the win there. The Giants with a comeback win over the Reds. They put up a 4 spot in the 9th inning, and they defeat the Reds. So not looking good right now for my central prediction. Just kidding. It's only 1 game. But they pick up the win. The Padres and the Braves. That was a pretty good game. The Padres did put up a 4 spot in the 7th inning, and they ended up defeating the Braves 7-4. Ozzie Albies hit a 2-run homer in that game. Austin Riley hit a home run. Gavin Sheets in the 7th inning tied the game in the 7th to make it 4-4. Then a sac fly by Luis Ariz, a 2-run double by Manny Machado, just a regular RBI double. And then Jackson Merrill had a sac fly. So they won. The White Sox winning 8-1. How about that? Against the Angels, they put up a 3 spot in the 2nd inning and a 5 spot in the bottom of the 8th. Angels put up a run in the top of the 9th. But they end up losing. Mike Trout, how did he do yesterday? Mike Trout yesterday went 0 for 2 with a walk. So the White Sox won. The Marlins, I wanted to get to the Marlins. So I told you guys yesterday when I was looking at their opening day lineup, I was like, I really don't know anybody in their lineup. And the Marlins were able to get the win yesterday. The Pirates are winning late. Marlins put up 3 runs in the final 2 innings, and they were able to pull off the walk-off win. Kyle Stowers, an RBI single. So the Marlins start off 1-0 on the season. And Sandy Alcantara, in his return, he was looking sharp, and then I guess, kind of ran out of gas. But he was looking good the first, several innings. But he pitched 4 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. And then for Paul Skeens yesterday, he went 5 1/3, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. So Marlins get off to a good start. with a win. Cardinals, they knocked off the Twins 5-3. Nolan Arenado hit a home run yesterday. He's going to get traded at some point. But Sonny Gray yesterday for them had 6 strikeouts. He pitched 5 innings. He gave up 2 earned runs. And then Pablo Lopez, he gave up 8 hits, 4 runs. 2 of them were earned, 3 strikeouts. Gave up a home run as well. So, yeah, Cardinals get the win. Cubs win 10-6 last night. They got to Zach Gallen early. They end up winning 10-6. Kyle Tucker went 1 for 5. He had an RBI last night. But yeah, good contributions from the guys in the lineup. So yeah, high scoring game there. Zach Gallen went 4 innings, 4 earned runs. Justin Steele last night 5 innings. He gave up 3 earned runs. For the Mariners, they knocked off the A's. They win 4-2 in that contest. And then we get to the other games. So the Dodgers, competitive game with the Tigers last night. Shohei Ohtani homered, but they come back. They were, they were down. They were down 2-1 going into the bottom of the 5th. They put up a 3-spot. Teoscar Hernandez hit a home run. Then the Tigers put up a run in the top of the 7th, and then Shohei Ohtani homered. Kerry Carpenter had a sac fly to make it 5-4. Got a little dicey at the end of the game in the top of the 9th, but Dodgers were able to hold on and get the win 5-4. Blake Snell picks up his first win as a Dodgers pitcher. Blake Trinan got the save last night. And then Tariq Skubal last night, he picked up the loss. He went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. So the Dodgers off to a 3-0 start. And then we get to the New York teams. So it was interesting because I realized this yesterday that the Mets are opening up in Houston, right? Juan Soto with his new team. Clay Holmes also a part of the team. And Juan Soto opened up with the Yankees, his new team last year. And then the Yankees are opening up at home against the Brewers, and that's what the Mets did last year. Although last year the Yankees were able to pick up the win, comeback win. And I thought maybe we were going to see something similar yesterday because Juan Soto did come up in a big spot yesterday in the 9th inning against Josh Hader. And with 2 guys on base, you thought, well, Juan Soto could definitely hit a home run here, and I wouldn't be surprised. But he did end up chasing a pitch way outside and struck out to end the game. But he was on base 3 times. But the Mets really couldn't get anything going offensively yesterday. Clay Holmes in his debut, he went 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. And yeah, the Astros scored their 3 runs in the first 3 innings. And the Mets didn't score till the 9th inning. They had a sac fly with Francisco Lindor. You thought for the moment the Mets were going to pull off a comeback. They did that a lot last year, but that did not happen. And Yankee fans were rejoicing in Soto striking out. I wasn't really, but I know they, like I said, they were very happy about that. Framber Valdez did pitch very well for the Astros. He went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Again, got dicey at the end, but Hader was able to hold them off. And the Astros get the win. Jose Altuve playing out in left field yesterday. Almost collided with Jake Myers. But yeah, Astros get the win. And then finally we get to the Yankees. Yankees win 4-2. Carlos Rodon pitched very well yesterday. Did lose a bit of control, towards the end of his start. Aaron Boone did a good job of taking him out when we realized that. But the bullpen did very well up until the 9th inning. Devin Williams, it really got dicey at the end of that game because he did not record an out. Guys were getting on base, but he was able to maneuver through it. And he got a couple of strikeouts to end the game and pick up his first save as the Yankees' new closer. Austin Wells led off the game for the Yankees with a home run. First leadoff home run by a catcher in franchise history. It was like a ridiculous stat. And I think it was like the first catcher in general to lead off with a home run since like 1900. I think it was something ridiculous like that. But yeah, Austin Wells hit a home run. Volpe hit a home run. Bellinger had a sac fly. Um, Judge also had an RBI single or an RBI double hit off the third base bag late in the game because it was 2-1. Carlos Rodon did give up a home run. It was to Capra, their third baseman, the Brewers. So that made it 2-1. I did miss when that happened, but because I was getting ready to leave, and I heard in the background Joe Girardi saying, "Yeah, he has a problem with the long ball." I'm like, he really gave up a home run already, but he did pitch very well yesterday. And then the Yankees put up a two spot in the seventh inning, which is very important because Devin Williams just didn't have it yesterday, but he was able to get out of it. Hopefully that doesn't mean that's going to happen on a regular basis because for Yankee fans trying to get away from Clay Holmes, and now you thought Clay Holmes was pitching. You had to, if you're wearing glasses, you had to clean the fog off of your glasses because you're like, is that Clay Holmes out there? But they were able to get the win, 4-2, and they play on Saturday now. They're off today, so for the games today, we do have a 4:10 game Eastern time. The Rockies and the Rays. You got Kyle Freeland against Pepio, Ryan Pepio. And then on Apple TV, you got the Orioles and the Blue Jays tonight. Charlie Morton against Kevin Gausman. Marlins and the Pirates. Red Sox and the Rangers. Tanner Houck and Jack Leiter will be pitching tonight. Tyler McGill against Hunter Brown with the Mets and the Astros. They'll be playing on Apple TV. Jamison Tyone against Merrill Kelly. You got Jeffrey Spriggs against Luis Castillo, the A's and the Mariners tonight. Ronaldo Lopez against Dylan Cease, Padres and the Braves, and then the Tigers and the Dodgers. You got old buddy Jack Flaherty against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And that's the late game for tonight. So, great to have baseball back. And, so a lot did go down yesterday. But now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens tonight. Got a lot of games tonight. Got a lot of stuff going on. Baseball, March Madness, the whole deal. I did fail to mention the Lakers game. So they did hit a buzzer beater the other night, but then they had a buzzer beater hit against them with Josh Giddey hitting a half-court three-point shot to win the game. And, so Lakers lose to the Bulls for the second time in their many days. Bulls have actually been playing some good basketball as of late. So I wanted to bring that up. We are going to take our next break now. And then when we come back, we're going to go back to football. We are going to talk about the Giants quarterback situation. Who should they start, Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston? We'll get into that when we come back from our next break. So with that being said, stick around. And we'll be right back here on the GSMC Sports Podcast.